But, of course, the real test is going to start in round one. Hawthorn and Melbourne with their final preparations. From Tasmania, Tom Mitchell wastes no time in getting things moving. Puopolo able to dig it out. Warple onto it straight away. I think it was a pass. It might end up being a goal. Or did Oscar get a hand to it?
Well, here's the pattern injury. Very innocuous, so that'll be okay. But the Wiedemann gets his hands to...
Not sure whether that was a handball or not. Play on the call. Puopolo now. Warple. Eyes up. You can see it's all Melbourne back there. That wasn't a great kick.
Well, it was a poor kick.
Able to go short. And eventually Jones takes the mark from the Neil Bullen kick. This time they can hit up the leading player, and it's Bailey Fritsch. A good find. Bailey Fritsch only missed 2 games in his 2 seasons with the D's so far. We've seen him, well, all over the place, haven't we? In defence, on the wing, up forwards where he started. And he doesn't quite strike that one as he would have imagined. A set-up kick. Giving them a run and jump. Also, the Hawks well stocked for defenders. Fritsch had the most impact. Scully gets mobbed. And we're going to have a ball up. Warple back to Morrison. Wobbly one forward. Pretty well controlled by Hibbert. But he's got an issue now as he lost control and fell to the ground. Oh, did Burgoyne hatch it? No, play on. Came out to Warple. And eventually through O'Meara's hands. Now Mitchell. Nice touch on the kick for directly in front. And there you go. There's some evidence of what he might be able to do for Hawthorn and really change their front half. John Patton. Kick outside the 50. You can see the Hawks trying to get on their way, but once again thwarted by Gawn. A handball to Hibbert. Had to wait a moment to get hold of it, but when he did, he sent it long. Free kick for a bit of pushing and holding. Last year when he came back, he probably didn't quite have the same impact as we've seen previously. And that the breaks, and they're on the move here again. Lockhart sells out a handball. Brayshaw high up and under. Wiedemann deep. McDonald at the front. Showed some good signs in the first round of the Marsh Community Series. Kicked 3 goals, 1 was much better in the second half. Tom McDonald. Oh, that came back late. Gawn got over the top there of Lewis. Is having a run in the ruck by the look of it. Brayshaw onto it quickly. There's a low ball into the 50, and it's with the brackets. Melksham, that's much better. Right through the middle. And Melbourne do hit the front.
There's a lot of Hawthorn players that are squeezing behind the play, so it's hard to actually score when that's happening, and certainly against the wind. That was, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Missed down there as well. Lewis was the flyer. Oh, Lockhart took a few on. He might pay the penalty. No whistle.
This is the Viney tackle on Stratton.
Oh. Lucky Ben Stratton hit his shoulder first and not his head. That was the basic.
Top of that.
Equal numbers, so a real chance for McDonald. Scrimshaw had the arm taken by Spargo. Gee, the umpire's been quite generous so far. Neil Bullen, what a snap! Kicks the D's second.
Back playing, fully fit. He's a good little goal sneak. He's got high rating in pressure down the forward line. Great tackle there.
And that is holding the ball, isn't it?
Well, he would say he didn't have prior opportunity. He got grabbed straight away, but you can reward a good tackle.
Just had a bit too much weight on the kick. Lockhart, though, had the Hawks defenders guessing. McDonald set up Jones, as always, hard at the contest. Kept his footing well, but just didn't quite escapes.
Great kick.
So he can run back with the flight, take the mark.
This is the kick they've got to get right, this one here.
Lewis gives it plenty. It's to equal numbers, and it fell to the front and bruised.
Deep, which gives the defender a chance to... Good kick by there, Bruce, but gives the defender, if there's a chance to spoil, you can spoil it over the line. So a lot of seen him so high up the ground early on in this quarter, but he's so dangerous towards goals.
He's going across the ground there, the dodgy handball. Lockhart, wholehearted player he is. Gets through 1, 2, and was about to run into the 3rd. So smart enough to remove it. And if the ground was another metre wider, that would have been a good kick. But so Bailey Fritsch is the beneficiary of all that. A couple of occasions there. Lewis off to O'Meara. Brewster's got a metre. That's all he needs. He's got the eyes up play. Gives it to Hanrahan, who kicks it into the crowd. Still in the play, as you saw. Segler, Wingard. Oh, and that falls well short, but right under the chest of Mitchell. Tom Mitchell Put Hawthorn back in front and test the post, but it sneaks back through nicely. Oliver saw some options through the middle. Langdon to Jones. Maybe just adjusted the kick, and he did for Melksham.
Hit the scoreboard and set them up.
Melksham from outside, 50. Oh, what a strike.
The contest to the Melbourne players who just held their lanes, and the classy finish by Jones to hit Melksham in the forward 50. You're right, guys. That type of player, centre forward.
I mean, straight away your footy club's under pressure. Hawthorn on rebound. This kick's got a hit.
Isaac Smith, you know, he'll get distance, but too much so. Butterfingers back there from Stephen May. Stephen May goes for plenty.
That is an unbelievable kick from May.
And you can see the path ahead. Gone Langdon, and then Fritz either to just protect or take it. He takes it. Hands are up everywhere. Fritz onto the left. Goal umpire loves it.
No, it doesn't go wide. Hawthorn players are there. Goes straight down the middle. This would have been pre-organised for Max because he's usually wide. So he goes to the middle of the ground, opens up the other side of the ground where Langdon is. And just a little bit of composure. You see all the Hawthorn players sucking back. They probably needed to come forward at a certain point. But
that's something that they're going to try and be a bit more imaginative from the back half.
Gone decisive from half back, but Labour's on the move. Tomlinson. Smart decision by Vandenberg. Waited for the traffic to pass, and in the end,
gee whiz,
Frost didn't come across, so it ended up being a one-on-one. Stratton looks.
He would rather play forward than defence.
Of course, when we ask him that, he'll say, "I'll just like to play wherever the coach puts me."
Yeah, I like him. This is the Stratton Frost one. When you're a versatile player,
Langdon.
Good mark.
Yeah, captured it well. Goes short to McAvoy. "14 games, averaged 2 marks, half a goal a game last year." The hands were good this time. Now Sicily can hit a target, or can he? Good desperation.
Well done by Lockhart. It was a smart kick by Sicily, just to find when you're under pressure. Sometimes you just want to find a kick. A bit of last year's footy. Here's a free kick from Lockhart.
Gee whiz.
Not too sure what else he could have done there.
Realised he couldn't hit a target long. Oh, Scully gets bowled over. Maybe a clash of heads.
That was for sure.
Melksham.
You'll hold your breath in this modern time, don't you? When you see this sort of thing, it's no issue. It's just what happens in footy. So let's hope there's not a concussion out of this, but at times you will. There's unavoidable.
8 points the margin still. Sicily tosses it high. Nash in the wrestle. Shields gets within range. And that looks good off the boot, but it doesn't have enough on it. Puopolo gets an opportunity. Hasn't had too many chances so far.
Here we see the Melksham just head on head.
Sort of ran into each other, didn't they?
He plays it wide. Oh, it pings straight up the chest of him. That's not ideal. Shields back to the top of the square, and they dodge a ball. Oh, play on.
Again, I don't want to. I suppose I am harping on it, but this is last hit out before home and away. The best ground and conditions in footy. And what do we got here? Free kick, is it? To Hawthorn?
Yep.
We'll work out why.
A deuce, I think.
So I hope for your sake, Gaz, that Warble kicks straight here. And he does.
Yeah, I think so. I think what you see out of a centre bounce, it very rarely goes wide from the initial bounce.
Good touch from Bruce. And doing some nice work at ground level. Let's see if he can get his kicking boot on. Back to Lockhart, who goes short to Neil Bullen. And now Oliver just floating past off the instep. And Viney gets a clear shot at goal and converts. And the D's find a way to put it through. Ducks back onto the left boot. Normally can do it with either foot. Burgheimer's there for the spoil. Bruce puts it out in front of Patton. Hasn't been a particularly easy game for the key forward so far. He overdoes the Rahan in front of Puopolo. It's all ahead of him. And Patton filled the space and takes the mark. Or did he? Apparently not.